So yeah, we're starting things off a little early today, folks. Although if you're coming from the 10 a.m. race, you already know that we're on a little bit of an early schedule today. But we've got a couple of gentlemen's agreements in play today. We will be kicking off just in a moment, but it is main launchers required, random elevators, and final bosses off, and we are off.
Yeah, random elevators, I think it's going to be fun.
Indeed, I've got my little notepad here to cover the elevator transitions. And do we start off with a suit, or was that bombs? Bombs. Okay. Ooh, free transport B access today. Not often we get to say that in the first 5 minutes of a race.
Nope, we're just going to have to see what else our Alpha Splinter Fate's going to give us.
Yeah, bombs do help a little. Unfortunately, bombs only do 10 damage, so they're not going to be brilliant against splinters unless they all bunch up, which can happen. Not common, but it can happen.
The thing with Echoes, there's always room for firsts.
Oh, yes. So another thing that does make easy having bombs early is that it's a guaranteed quick task check here as well, assuming that the violet elevator even takes us where it should. I mean, for all we know, it could be that the violet elevator takes us to Aegon Gate this time, and we have to go to the Aegon Quadrant elevator. Ooh, that Splinter just pulled a fast one on Illiaster there. Yeah, Splinter can do that. Honestly, Splinter's probably more dangerous than Dark Alpha Splinter, just because it breaks lock and you can't dash.
Wait, you can't dash in this fight?
Well, in the regular Alpha Splinter, when he starts the dash, it breaks your lock. And when you have no lock, you can't dash.
Alright, so it's just a case of if you don't dash before he jumps at you, you've lost him.
Basically. Alright, what does Transport B access have that we can get right away? Darkzero's not even going to bother looking. Which, honestly, I think that's a good idea. You might as well just get this out of the way now. And is another translator. Alright, back to Transport A access.
Back to the transport, yep. This is like a rare occasion where you get both of these out the way at the start.
Absolutely. I would have laughed if that was another translator down here for like it gave us Amber, but looks like nope, it's going to give us okay, so this is the Aegon Temple elevator that Illiaster is going through. So this elevator is actually out of play because it needs power bombs. And was that the B or A elevator? That was the B elevator. This one is Aegon Gate. This elevator is in play. Exactly as I predicted, too.
Just as well, though, Space Jump is right next to the ledge.
Yeah, that does really help when you're getting the Aegon Gate elevator, because then you can just jump right over the crate and you don't have to go around. And as you can see by Darkzero's text, we do need main launchers today. A major upgrade is Invent Area A. Ooh, so that's either locked by main power bombs or light beam. All right, give me just a second to write these elevators down. And it's a beam-related upgrade in a Cursed Lake. Could be anything.
Yep, not much to go on to sort of reverse engineer what that could be. Most commonly, though, it's going to end up being an ammo expansion for the beams.
All right, now Darkszero is going to grab the task item. Did Darkszero already check storage cavern B?
No, because that's missile launchers.
Oh, right. Mains required. Sorry, I'm not used to that, given the standard tournament settings. That is kind of funny, though. And, of course, it's a bread key. Oh, and it's a Torvis key. That's concerning. All right, we're about to see what the task elevator will take us. This is probably Aegon entrance. Nope. Not even close. Sank Vault. Which means our way to Aegon would appear to be the GFM, the Sacred Path elevator. Although, no, with Emerald, we can actually get past GFMC, so we actually can check both elevators. Uh-oh, Illiaster's Oh, and there's our way back from GFMC, so yep, definitely go straight for the, Sank Gate elevator. Early power bombs, you love to see it. So, beam-related upgrade in the reliquary, and look at that, the main launchers weren't even an issue because we got them in 5 minutes. That's actually pretty hilarious.
It's like, we'll add these weird sets to try and make it a bit of a challenge. It's like, nope, here you go, straight away.
I bet your random elevators does have something to do with it, because now the Aegon Temple path is in logic, so Vent Area A could absolutely have our way past the next elevator. Like, for example, Vent Area A has Spider Ball, and you need that to go through Vault Side to get to, like, Reactor Core or something. Missile expansion in the crate. Yeah, I definitely agree with checking this elevator first, because the Sacred Path elevator is a point of no return, especially if that's Lower Torvis. That's a soft lock you do not want to deal with yet. I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Oh, is that one of the Trooper lore hints from... it's a new joke hint.
Yeah, we are up to 2.4 of the Randomizer version, which has new and improved joke hints involved.
And it looks like the elevator here led to Lower Torvis and their screw attack in Dynamo Chamber. Darkszero might want to go back for that.
Yep, those power bombs coming in handy.
I wonder if, you know what's crazy? We can actually climb Sank Vault Side via staging area if the major upgrade in Vent Area A is Echo Visor. Unfortunately, we can't activate the portals, though, because we don't have any beam access. Look like a missile tank in Grand Wind Chamber.
Yep, definitely nothing of too much concern, so heading back. Fortunately, if he had picked up that screw attack, he would have been able to proceed through.
Yeah, so the game literally... Sorry, I interrupted you there. Go on.
I was struggling to remember if it's a super missile door or a power bomb door at the other side of the wind chamber, but I think it's power bomb.
It's power bomb, yeah. Oh yeah, so wind chamber gateway is already in logic. Not often we get to say that 10 minutes into a race, especially when our first logical elevator still takes us to Temple Grounds out of Great Temple.
Or just skipped right over screw attack.
Might be looking for an extra power. Yeah, this is, unless Darkszero picked it up while we weren't looking. And looks like Illiaster is going to run over to the Wind Chamber Gate real quick. Ah, Darkszero is going to go to check Hive Chamber B. This is actually something I I've seen a couple of times, and especially if you have a low density start, it's definitely not a bad idea to gamble this to see if it's something really useful like a beam. Looks like just an energy tank in wind chamber gate, which is still good.
Yeah, the only thing to remember about what Darkszero is doing is that the Dark Messenger requires the bomb cargo to be killed before he actually spawns, so only getting this one check. And it is Dark Beam, so definitely a payoff.
Yeah, that definitely is going to do Darkszero a few favors going into Aegon. And now, but unfortunately, it's the wrong beam to get from Aegon Temple elevator to elsewhere. To get out of Vent Area A, we still need Light Beam, which could very well just be chilling in Vent Area A, to be fair. Ooh, now Illiaster... Yeah, opened up the door to Great Sacred Bridge. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we're going to get to see the main energy controller hint, and it's the translator for Transport B access. Thanks, game. Actually, given that we have seen the lower Torvus elevator, there's two dangerous elevators that this could be right now. We don't want to see Aegon Portal, and we don't want to see Torvus Temple. Sank Spider, so we can get out of this one. Although,
these other ones are super locked up.
The only problem, though, is Illiaster does not have Dark Beam, so won't actually be able to make it to the save station because you need Dark Beam to get to Dynamo Access, or Dark Beam to get to Hive Cat East. So I don't think Illiaster is going to find anything to help here. This is going to be good knowledge for sure, but this is going to be a soft lock regardless. And that is a ball upgrade in Ventilation Area A.
Is there a spider? Yep.
The game might be expecting you to go pick that up before going to Spider's Treasure. We have to check what Culling Chamber has, because that Culling Chamber is definitely in Logic with this amount of energy, but Hazencliff just got into Logic with that second one. So we got the main launchers early, but now we've got an interesting scenario of what comes next. Because, yeah, again, regardless of what happens here, Illiaster is going to be soft locked, because either way, they need Dark Beam to proceed.
So I don't remember seeing Illiaster save, so that may just be full read that.
Yeah, this is going to... Yeah, Illiaster's quitting.
There's a quit function in the options.
Yes, there is. I don't think it's as fast as it's about the same speed as XP start. But
I'm just surprised there's a quit option in the options.
So yeah, now the ultimate question is, what comes next? Because we've checked both of the elevators. We can't get out of Aegon Temple without Light Beam yet. I think the play is, where did St. Claude go to? Lower Torvus. We can't use that elevator yet. It's a very peculiar start we have here, despite having main launchers in 6 minutes. Okay, Darkszero went back for Screw Attack. I think there's probably progression in Culling Chamber. In fact, I think it has to be Culling... Well, actually, yeah, it has to be Culling Chamber at this point because we can't do anything else. We can't access any other elevators. We can't access landing site without Light Beam. Oh, Illiaster did save. At some point or another. Okay, so Illiaster's not losing a huge amount of time, but is still going to have to go and retrieve the power bombs and screw attack. And Torva's key, for that matter.
I do forget there is a save station in the hive chamber.
It's not a bad place to take an emergency save, for sure. Oh dear. Yeah, a reminder, that Dark Symbiote gas does 20 damage per tickle. But I think, honestly, the game expected you to go to Hive Chamber B for Dark Beam for progression in Culling Chamber and then to bail out, or then to continue moving your way through Sanctuary. I bet you it's Light Beam in Culling Chamber. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's basically all it can be at this point. Because you need Light Beam to get from Dynamo access to main Gyro. Light Beam on Spider Guardian. Is that possible? Yes, if and only if we get Cobalt Translator and Boost Ball as our next two pickups. Because we have Spider, but we still don't have Boost Ball or Cobalt. And I can't foresee... Yeah, I think our next progression is going to be Light Beam, but it could very well lead to Cobalt and Boost, to be fair. Because, yeah, right now the only... Oh, actually, we could have one of those two items in Hazing Cliff as well. We have 2 energy tanks. Or we know of 2 energy tanks. What do you think, Thoris?
Sorry, wrapping my head around rooms and, random elevators is just like, here's your understanding of logic, right? Throw it out the window, get a new dream, right? Start writing notes.
Yeah, we had a very complex logic chain versus it was Kirby Master versus Op 82 in it was one of the earlier mid Swiss rounds, and it had a very complex chain for main power bombs and storage C. Which included a backtrack all the way from the Torvus entrance, all the way through underground, around Upper Torvus, through underground tunnel to Torvus Temple's elevator, since super missiles were in Aegon.
And this is the reason why I like these randomizers, because my brain just melts trying to think of it.
Oh, wait a minute, this is the Aegon Quadrant elevator. I don't recall where this one takes us. Oh, Sank Vault, that's right. Actually, with this equipment, I don't know if I think the transit station slope jump screw attack is in logic in beginner settings. So we may actually have progression in transit station right now. We can actually just go all the way through with this equipment and go check out Ghost Spider's treasure this way. And whatever's up there, Darkszero is going for it. It may very well be a translator. Unfortunately, Darkszero is getting bullied by multiple quads, which... yeah, Darkszero is going to bail out, try and get a health refill.
Yeah, those quads do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think it's 20 damage per impact, just like the symbiote gas. But yeah, whatever was in main research, Darkszero wanted it. It might have been a translator, but I'm not sure. It certainly blended in well enough to be Cobalt.
Yeah, I tried to have a look on the Twitch stream and I just could not get it. It was like, nope, too quick.
In this instance, I would say it'd be much more prudent to use Screw Attack to get this. But I guess Darkszero doesn't know the slope jump Screw Attack, and that is definitely Cobalt. That's looking really bad. We might actually have progression on Spider Guardian here. Oh, and the Darkszero got sniped off the platform. Oh no, it just happened again. Yeah, Darkzero's realizing screw attack might be the better option here. Yeah, that laser is incredibly precise and incredibly dangerous. Ooh, little too far to the right there. But yeah, Illiaster does need to go back to Hive Chamber B to pick up Dark Beam, ideally before proceeding here. That may just be what the seed is expecting them to do, assuming our next progression is in... like, Culling Chamber or something.
So does Cobalt actually unlock a lot here, or is it just a case of we'll probably need it, maybe we'll pick it up when we're here?
Cobalt doesn't unlock anything by itself. What we need is Boost Ball for Spider Guardian access, technically. Ooh, never saw the bonk off the wall that way before, but it works. And the grapple beam can be found in Inghive. Well, thanks, game. That actually isn't going to do us a whole lot of good.
Don't you just love when the quads have jump skills ready for you? Just turn around and it's right in your face.
Yeah. Now, this item in Transit Station, as we mentioned before, Darkszero could get this with a slope jump screw attack, but it looks like he's not going to grab it.
I think it's an energy tank.
Oh, yeah, he is going for it. If it's an energy tank, I would get this.
It's just cleaning out the turret so he doesn't get sniped.
And just like that, Darkszero is about to pick up this item. And yeah, Illiaster's probably a little annoyed to see that. Because you hate to have to go through Hive Chamber B before without doing Dark Missile Trooper, because then it's just a double dip, it's a kind of a bit of a walk around, and that's another missile tank in the reactor core. Cobalt also does us a lot of favors for getting hints. We currently have access to 4 remaining Cobalt hints. We've got Hall of Combat Mastery, Sank Energy Controller, Watch Station, and Main Gyro. We can't get Sank Entrance because that's basically a one-way elevator right now. Darkszero is going to see energy tank number 3 and probably try and pick it up before going into Culling Chamber. He's going to try and get a quick read of the hint. By this point in your run, you should have consumed 200 milliliters of water to maintain optimum hydration. 23 minutes in and we have found both of our jokes. Oh, Darkszero got the instant morph, but he got sniped the nanosecond detached. That's unfortunate.
No, they just destroyed this platform.
Yeah, it's tough to deal with the quads in this room. Sometimes you can sneak around them, but other times it might just be slightly more prudent to load Culling Chamber and reload the room later. But let's see if it is Light Beam in Culling Chamber. That would seem like the most logical thing to be. If this is Boost Ball, we have a problem. Kind of. And nope, it's Grapple Beam.
So never mind, let's check the other change.
We actually can't even get Hazing Cliff with this equipment. But it is a missile tank. Kind of tough to see behind the orbs, but it is a missile tank.
You have to get good enough angle where you're not too close, because then your screen gets all static. But if you're too far away, you just can't get a good angle on the actual item.
Indeed. And to answer a question, chat, Sank access either could have been through Vault or Spider Side. Now they both have Dark Beam, so they can get to Sank Energy Controller from Main Gyro Chamber. The elevators we have right now are as follows. Give me a second, I gotta move the thing. Alright, so Temple Transport Violet leads to Aegon Temple. We can't get out of that until we have Light Beam. Temple Transport Emerald led to Aegon Gate. That is where we start. That's basically our first logical elevator because a bomb jump can reach that easily. And they had space jump anyway. The GFMC elevator, Sanctuary Gate, leads to Lower Torvis, so that elevator is basically unusable. The Sank Quadrant elevator, the elevator that Darkszero just scanned, that is technically a usable elevator, but at the time Illiaster used it, it did not lead to... Illiaster did not have Dark Beam, so could not proceed past Dynamo Works. Now Illiaster can proceed past Dynamo Works. And the Aegon Quadrant elevator at TAS leads to Sank Vault. So take your pick between the Aegon TAS elevator, or the Temple Grounds TAS elevator, or the... But the game did expect you to go to the Aegon Temple elevator to grab Spider Ball in Ventilation Area A.
That was a lot of power bomb drops from those crates.
Ooh, and Hive Dynamo has a key. That could really be any key right now. I think one way or another, it's a fairly safe bet Spider Guardian is required. Illiaster is not having a good day with this quad. Another impact, and that is going to be a Morph Ball explosion. Ouch.
That is unfortunate.
But yeah, basically Vent Area A is just a random elevator dip you have to do to grab Spider Ball. That's about it. But yeah, I think right now we might actually have Light Beam on Spider Guardian. Can you imagine that? It basically has to be Spider Guardian at this point. Or it could be I think it is a beam on Spider Guardian one way or another, because you either need Light Beam to go to Watch Station access, or you need Annihilator Beam to go out through Sentinel's Path. We're actually we almost have Aryan logic too. We just need Echo Visor.
So Spider drops Echo, and then you have to go into Dark Samus too.
Well, the thing is, we still need Boost Ball first, which I assume it's going to show. Actually, Boost Ball is probably in Sank Energy Controller at this point. Although, it could be also Light Beam in Sank Energy Controller, in which case the logic expects them to walk all the way back out the way they came. Actually, come to think of it, no. The game, we can't do that technically because we don't have Dark Visor Seekers. And I don't think the BSJ Screw Attack to get up is expected. So yeah, I think we're looking at Boost Ball in Sank Energy Controller. The Light Beam... Oh, never mind. Light Beam in Sank Energy Controller. There you go. Well, if that's the case...
Do we now have to walk all the way back to Vent Area A to get anywhere?
Well, here's the problem, though. Sank Energy Controller right now is only a one-way trip. Because... because they can't technically get back out from Sank Temple access without Dark Visor and Seeker missiles to get up the cannon. So Darkzero's realizing that there may be a problem here. I'm wondering if there is progression in... Well, no, it's only one item, so I doubt Phazon Grounds has an answer for us right now. Actually, wait a minute. Phazon Grounds is usable because we can just go to the Sank Spider side elevator. We can go in and back. So I think our progression's in Phazon Grounds now.
But how do we get out of the Dark World?
We have Dark Beam. It's probably Annihilator. That doesn't... And then we can get out of Sank Energy Controller via Sentinel's Path.
So you'd have to take a gamble that going into Sky Temple grounds with no way out holds your Annihilator Beam so you can get back out in the first place.
I don't see any other potential options here at the moment.
Ah, Echoes, you love doing these things, don't you?
Yeah, this one's definitely a brain jostler.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Why can we not use the lower Torvus? Is it because of the statue?
Yes, and it's not expected for you to reach the statue from the other side. It's not expected for you to reach the statue or to go around the statue in these settings.
Okay, so it's a more complex trick to get around that statue. That's what I needed to know.
Yeah, not to mention it's not even possible anyway without Boost Ball. So yeah, I think the logic is expecting a dive to Phazon grounds for Annihilator Beam. Yeah, because this check is out of play. That's an energy tank down there anyway. Now the shield on the Darkszero got lucky, but the shield on the quad heads is is weak to Power Beam. Not weak to Power Beam, but can be disabled by Power Beam, so Darkszero wasn't screwed there. So yeah, we'll put this all together once we finally find out how the logic expects us to get to this light beam, but there's still a couple of missing pieces of the puzzle right now. And let's see what this Cobalt hint says. Boost Ball is an Aegon. Okay. Yeah, I think our progression is in Phazon grounds. I think you're expected to risk a one-way trip into Phazon grounds to get Annihilator, to get back out, so that way you can come back to Sentinel's Path with this equipment. And yeah, Darkszero was very upset at that Boost Ball hint because, oh, wait a minute. Kirby Master just pointed out Sand Canyon is in play. Sand Canyon does not need Light Beam. That's where Boost Ball is.
Yeah, because the other light doors are the other side of Sand Canyon. That's nasty.
Now, Darkszero, it looks like, is going to attempt the BSJ to get out of here, so this will take a minute. Because this is a very complex...
Illiaster's actually in Sand Canyon, so we'll get early confirmation if this is the play or not.
And it is. That is definitely... I think there's no question in my mind at this point. Yep, that's Boost Ball. You're expected to go out through Spider Guardian. Wow, this seed sucks already.
We're not even that far in. We've only really got a number of checks.
So yeah, the play was you had to go to Dynamo Chamber to grab Screw Attack after picking up main power bombs. Then come back to Sand Canyon for Spider Ball and Boost Ball. Both ball upgrades right next to each other. How convenient, actually.
Need to add one to the Power Bomb Guardian on Spider Guardian for your statistics.
Probably. I mean, it's highly unlikely that this Annihilator Beam in, well, now it could be anything in Phazon grounds. Spider Guardian could still absolutely be a red herring right now. But yeah, I think Darkszero did just realize think Darkszero did put everything together upon reading the Sank Energy Controller hint. Don't mind Samus, that animation gets a little awkward if you do like a BSJ or roll jump into a screw attack. Yeah, so now Illiaster has realized what's happened and now has all the equipment to fully perform the necessary actions in Sank. You know what the worst part about this is? There could also be a vanilla Echo Visor right now. Because Eri is in play.
I mean, do you make the play where you can't get out of the room?
Yeah, there's literally only 3 places you can go right now. Eri, well, now you have the whole of Watch Station and Vault, so... and Cat West, so actually there's 3 additional items and a hint. Unfortunately, Darkszero does have the problem of still needing to get out. Darkszero almost has it too. The height is just a tad bit too low. It is possible, it is absolutely possible to get over this, but it is so tight. I think Darkszero is trying to get a slope jump off of this. Because, yeah, you can do... This is kind of similar to the slope jump people typically would do in Watch Station. Ooh, Darkszero almost had the height. I wonder if breaking out a screw attack just at the right frame is the right way to go about this. And now Illiaster is actually just going to use the Sank Spider Side elevator to continue here. The only problem is... Illiaster's not going to have Cobalt. So Illiaster will not be able to do Spider's Treasure. Pyro, the Aegon Gate elevator leads to Temple Transport Emerald. That was our way into Temple Grounds. There Darkszero goes. Darkszero is out and most likely about to gun it to Sand Canyon.
You need to keep a mental note that
Oh, and as if that, just to add insult to injury, there's Cannonball. Right behind Light Beam. And the Seeker is in Crossroads. And as soon as we find out how to... Actually, we can get that now. We have Light Beam. We can now continue to traverse Aegon. So actually, the game just went wide open for Darkszero. However, you are expected to fight Spider Guardian at the moment to get out, unless Annihilator Beam is just chilling somewhere nice. Oh, the Temple Assembly Side elevator. That takes you to Sank Vault, I think? Nope. Yes, Sank Vault.
yeah, because the Aegon ones were from Great Temple, and the GFC one is gets you to Lower Torus, and then the way you would normally go up to Great Temple in the vanilla game is the other side of Sank. Lots of easy ways to get to Sank.
Yeah, easy ways to get to Sank, but the way to get the process started is it looks like the process right now was go to Hive Chamber B to get Dark Beam, go to Vent Area A to get Spider Ball, and Sand Canyon to get Boost Ball. Then you're expected to escape Sank Energy Controller through Spider Guardian. Unless the only exception to this would be if Annihilator Beam is in Phazon Grounds. Darkszero having to improvise a little bit here, but does get the quick watch station. Illiaster's having a little bit of trouble with the puzzle. Darkszero almost got knocked off the track by the red plate of death. Nice camera. The next greatest enemy in Metroid Prime. Just for an Inghive key. And unless Quad has Annihilator Beam, we logically don't need that. But we now have a pair of checks coming in play here with Aerial Training Site.
Would it really surprise you for the game to throw a vanilla Annihilator Beam at us?
Not at this point. Alright, so that looked like a missile tank in the force field and an energy tank on the wall.
Definitely pick up that energy tank.
Yeah, that's basically a free item at this point. It's just unfortunate right now that Illiaster doesn't have Cobalt Translator to, I don't know if, we'll see if Illiaster does know any method for getting out of temple access. Because, yeah, with Light Beam, those Seekers are in play. Kirby Master really wants to see Echo Visor and Airy. So, yeah, we now basically can complete the loop around Sanctuary with that Light Beam. Well, actually, well, yeah, we can complete the loop, but you're expected to do it through Spider Guardian. And Darkszero decides to pick up Cannonball. I assume that means Darkzero's not going to climb back up Cat West.
Get his item and leave for the bottom. And then that drops him off right next to the elevator, so...
Oh, wait, Illiaster's boost ball, never mind. I was about to panic for a second because I thought Illiaster was about to soft lock, grabbing the item, but Illiaster's boost ball, it's okay. Yeah, I think with Screw Attack in tow, Darkszero should be able to avoid pretty much any Kinetic Orb Cannon without difficulty at this point. Except the only downside is Darkszero is going to have to use a Dark World cutscene transition to get to Portal Terminal without burning his Cannonball. So Darkszero has to hope that Super Missiles are in labs, or Dark Labs. Or that there's progression somewhere in the Aegon Temple neighborhood. Because the only way to get to Crossroads is through Portal Access A right now, so that is going to force a Cannonball sack. And not to mention Darkzero's... Apparently, if Darkszero wants to keep Cannonball, he's also going to have to skip Mining Station access, as chat points out. Darkszero was going to use Cannonball to check Plane of Dark Worship, but it's not an important item by the looks of it. That is actually a really good use for Cannonball to check Plane of Dark Worship without the equipment. It is possible with Screw Attack and 4 energy tanks, but it's very sketchy.
Yeah, they were talking about that in the other race that has ended, but Bartlett's at 1500 ink claw damage you take over the course of being in there, so without a suit is very near enough impossible to them without having like Screw Attack or Cannonball to protect you.
Exactly. Now, Illiaster's gone back to Temple Grounds, hasn't picked up Light Beam, is going to have to go to, assuming Illiaster wants to move things along here, I assume Illiaster is going to go to Sank Vault and grab the Cobalt Translator, because that really is that is the way the Seed clearly expects you to go here. Again, unless Annihilator Beam is chilling in Phazon grounds.
It's dark, so way back to the Great Temple. Maybe I thought I was going to go check what that last elevator was.
Can't do so without Amber Translator yet. But yeah, this is Darkzero's basically about to open the game up here by checking Aegon for us. So yeah, folks, anybody confused? Because we only just basically put it together about 5 minutes ago.
It's nice to have a seat that's not just here, grab your stuff and go Aegon for the first 4 minutes. It's like, no, this thing is walk around Sanctuary.
All right, Darkszero is about to pick up Boost Ball. And yep, Illiaster sees Cobalt up there, and only has one energy tank still, so this is going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze with the quads on their tail. But yeah, Darkzero's got Boost Ball in tow, takes a skydiving lesson real quick, and is on his way to the temple. Now, without Amber Translator, we're not going to be able to pick up too much new information unless it's just chilling on Bomb Guardian or the Energy Controller, which it looks like Darkszero is going to check after Mineshaft.
Just a PV expansion.
Oh, and it looks like Darkszero is going to fight Bomb Guardian first. And unfortunately, because Darkszero has Cannonball, Boost Ball does not work on the gates, because items that are vulnerable to Boost Ball usually aren't vulnerable to Cannonball at the same time. Like crates or doors of such nature. I don't think Cannonball works against Bomb Guardian here, but Darkszero does manage to catch the head later down the road in the same blast, and that'll be a dead Bomb Guardian for a suit. Okay. Looks like Illiaster is trying again for the screw attack method. And that is our first light ammo tank of the day. And that is Illiaster's Cobalt Translator. There's a couple of quads in the way, but Illiaster should be... hopefully we'll be able to get around them. Yeah, that would be referring to the Culling Chamber Grapple Beam. But yeah, now we have a pretty large chunk of Aegon in play for us right now. And yeah, actually, Darkszero could hold off on Portal Terminal for a bit. Assuming supers are in... actually, Mining Station A is in Logic right now, so let's see what that is.
It's like, do you go around and do like normal checks, or do you go into the labs first before coming back out?
Looks like Darkszero is going to go to labs. I assume Darkszero just wants to keep Cannonball as long as possible here. The one downside is Cannonball is in a kind of wonky spot right now, because it is watch station access, so it's not like an in-the-way check to anything in particular, except maybe if you're going from Dynamo to Vault. I did not see what was in Central Mining Station, however. Alright, so Darkszero is reloading Central Mining Station, electing to pick up the item immediately.
Does have that spider ball that can get up the ledge.
I can't tell if that's a missile tank or supers. It is actually Amber Translator. Fascinating. Darkszero deciding... Okay, he's going to check the hint from back here.
It's like more hints.
Ooh, Battleground has a key too. has another red key. This time it is another Inghive key. That's concerning.
That'd be cool. That one.
Alright, Illiaster sees the grapple beam. But yeah, Hazing Cliff is out of play right now without Light Beam or Annihilator. I completely blinked and missed what was in Doomed Entry.
Let's see if we can catch it on the restream. It's a Sky Temple key.
Okay. That's the easiest Sky Temple key we've seen so far. And, to be fair, the only one we've seen so far. Darkszero elected to pick up that energy tank, I assume for safety, primarily. Darksuit 3 E-Tanks is generally pretty solid for the rest of the game at this point. The only thing that might be scary is a Reliquary, but at this point, the only thing that can have that would be useful at this point is Annihilator, or actually, Ing Reliquary can have supers, since it's beam-related. Super combos are considered a beam-related upgrade. But, logically, we still need Light Suit and Seeker Missiles, which we know where they are, we just have to go get them. That looks like a missile tank in Battleground.
Yep, I agree with that.
Now with Boost Ball Seekers, we actually have access to another elevator, which is the we actually have both of the other Aegon elevators in play as well. So I think it's a fairly safe bet one of those lead to Torvus at this point.
We do have an Emerald, which is usually one of the keys for going around Taurus.
Yeah, Emerald Translator could help us if the either of the two elevators is the Torvus Temple elevator. If we get the Torvus entrance elevator, we're fine as well, because we only need Dart Beam to get past Torvus Lagoon. But Darkszero is, I think, going to fight a boss. I don't know. He's just going to lay a power bomb. The boss is going to just vaporize. Or not. Ooh, didn't quite get the one-hit KO there. Oh, Dark Samus is being real uncooperative here. Alright, let's see what's in Storage D. As Illiaster finally picks up Light Beam and has to go fight Spider Guardian with 3 energy tanks.
Or has decided, nope, I'm going at Temple Access. I don't care how.
Alright, let's see how Illiaster does on this one. Ah, Dark Oasis has a key too. My goodness gracious. Safe bet we're going to need Dark Visor.
Dark Oasis is the important one because of Power Bomb requirements as well. Or Power Bomb Guardian requirements as well.
Yeah, you have to pick up the item to for the ink cache to spawn. It's really weird, and we did see last year that did lead to a problem. And Darkszero has gotten memed on a little bit in boost in sand processing. So with our equipment, actually, we can pretty much there's really only 3 checks in Aegon we can't do right now, and that is In Cache 2, 4 checks. In Cache 2, Warrior's Walk, Feeding Pit, and Storage C. We also can't check either of the In Caches either, obviously, but yeah, we can clear a lot out here in Aegon, and check both elevators. Alright, is that... I can't tell if that's a... It didn't look like supers, otherwise Darkszero probably would have screw attacked to pick that up. As he immediately gets grabbed in the cutscene, because why wouldn't you? But luckily, he has Cannonball. And the doorway. Alright, so Illiaster did get out. Well done to both runners for skipping on Spider Guardian, essentially, this run. As Illiaster sees the cannonball and elects to pick it up. And I'm sorry, I blinked. What was in Storage B?
It was a dark ammo expansion.
Okay. Some ammo tanks probably don't hurt at this particular moment, but it looks like Darkszero is done with labs and is going to go head back into Lower Aegon. So now that the seed has opened up, what do you think is the worst thing that can happen right now?
I would say nothing until we read the Sky Temple key hints, because we've seen seeds go from speed seeds to hell seeds. Just by reading those hints.
That is true. We've also seen the other end of the spectrum where seeds looked like they were going to be hell, but they turned around and became jet seeds. Ooh, I have noticed that we have not gotten a single Aegon key yet, but that is a second Dark Torvus key. And rip Darkzero's cannonball. Got some good use out of it, though.
Speaking of keys.
Still no Aegon keys. This is getting ridiculous. It's only going to be a bigger insult to injury if a Morbus is required. We haven't even seen Mining Plaza yet.
Did we see the hint for a Morbus, or was it Quadraxis or something?
That was Quad is dead. But that's still only half dead.
There's, of course, the good old... It was like Civil War. It can always be something.
Alright, Darkszero getting rid of the Dark Pirates and bees. A suit is in Bomb Guardian. We knew that already. I thought for sure Darkszero was going to fall off, but well played. Nicely done. Very quick room. It looks like, I guess there was nothing important in Vault, because Illiaster didn't bother going for it.
Nope, just a cheeseburger.
Yeah, with main launchers giving 3 power bombs, you really don't have to go too crazy about power bomb expansions in these settings. Especially if you have main launchers required anyway. But we've got a few checks we can make in here. We could actually pretty much clear this whole place out. But I assume Darkszero is going to just open this and then immediately turn around and then come out back into Dark Aegon through Crossroads to pick up Seekers.
Yeah, because you'll be able to get the light road item as well.
That is true. That is 2 items. I'm gladly going to Kappa in chat for the puns that were just made. But it looks like Illiaster's bailing out and finally getting out of the mess that was this Logic Sanctuary dive. But it looks like Darkszero is going to continue... Oh, yep, is going to continue towards Mining Plaza. Probably just to read the hint. Might also check the elevator, we'll see. Nope, looks like he wants to go straight for mining station access. Makes sense. This is a check he kind of had to put off because of not wanting to give up Cannonball. And it gives us another energy tank. Well, the energy tanks are certainly flowing in this seed.
Definitely not like most of our other matches where it's been very energy starved.
Indeed. What does the Mining Plaza hint say today? Chica is guarding the energy transfer module. And the item appears... I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go on.
I was like, that's the best news.
And Mining Plaza looked like a missile tank, so no need for that. What does Aegon Entrance take us to today? Sank Entrance, which is absolutely in play right now with this equipment.
So our Aegon to Torvis elevator is actually an Aegon to Torvis elevator.
It's fairly likely, yeah.
This is still the Torvis entrance.
Yeah, the Aegon portal elevator could still take us to Temple Grounds. And we have all translators, so we can get out of Torvis Gate if that's the case. Although, I'm trying to think how many elevators are left. I think actually it has to be a Torvis elevator. Because there's only one unknown Temple Grounds there's only two unknown Temple Grounds elevators, and if they both led to Torvis, Temple Transport Amber would have to lead to someplace else. But no, I'm fairly certain that the Aegon portal elevator is a Torvis elevator. Darkszero has gotten Seekers. Illiaster successfully powerbombed Dark Samus.
Always remember to avoid that first light bubble, because that's what activates the fight with the warrior, right?
Yeah, a couple of ways to avoid that. You can either just go around it, or you can Dark Beam the crystal, because the safe zone itself is the trigger rather than just the area.
Which is always also true for the light zone and the jump guardian. You just ignore the light zone and you can still go.
Only difference is there's no crystal to destroy, to deactivate in Jump Guardian's room. All right, so
you have to go around.
Oh wait, there is a crystal. That just goes to show how much I don't pay attention to that fight, just because you can cheese it every time.
I just missed the junction site again because I was so surprised by that crystal.
But yeah, it looks like Darkszero is going straight for the broom closet. Yeah, the safe zone itself is the trigger for these fights. It's not actually the it's not just the walking into the general area. Echoes is weird. Alright, so Darkszero is going to use Light Beam to cheese Jump Guardian here, the preferred method.
Yes, for some reason his hitbox is loaded, but his model isn't. So he's actually just standing there, and you can just go and help.
Yeah, that would be fixed in later versions. And it's all for a cheeseburger, so nothing of extreme interest so far in this Dark Aegon. And actually, come to think of it, the last major progression item we found was Amber Translator. I think right now our biggest inhibitor is definitely super missiles, because that's the only thing keeping us from checking hints at this point. Active safe zones will always heal by themselves, but the ones that are never mind. Yeah, regular light crystals stay active all the time, but the sparkling ones will go dim after 15 seconds from a normal shot or 30 seconds from a light/annihilator shot.
Yeah, guys, safe zones don't last forever.
Exactly. Alright, so with Seekers in tow, Darkszero can check the mining station B area. Probably is going to do that. But it looks like it's going to make a pit stop to Aegon Energy Controller to read the hint again, or to read the hint, I should say. And at this point, I do agree with playing for the hints because you're still looking for a few major items. You're probably going to need Dark Visor. You're definitely going to need Super Missiles. And that is pointing to Cobalt. Thanks, game. Logically, we only needed that to get in here.
Good old hints being as useful as always.
Yeah, the hints actually haven't really done us a whole lot of favors except confirming bosses are dead. That's about it.
I think Dark was the only one who benefited from a hint finding out the boost ball was in Sand Canyon.
Oh, and that looks like another suit in Mining Station B. Looks like Darkszero is going to start the process for picking it up. And chat points out with what am I trying to? A suit can be found in Aegon. Thanks, game. It's only the suit. It's literally pointing to the suit in this room. Because the two hints can never point to the same item unless one of the hints is a guaranteed boss hint. So that second suit hint has to be pointing to this light suit. Hi. Alright, Illiaster has now opened the way to the rest of Aegon, and let's see what Illiaster decides to do. Very nice pickup, though, for Darkszero. So Darkszero now has Light Suit, and what I was going to say earlier is that now that we have... now that we know Dark Oasis has a key, we might actually need that light suit. Ooh, Illiaster sent the power bomb down just a little too late.
Unfortunately, doesn't have a backup one, so we're going to have to fight this legit.
Illiaster must have given up Cannonball because it's not working. Ooh, Bomb Guardian literally just has to take a death from a Never mind. Forget this. Forget what I said about melons.
Just a really big, fast-moving melon.
Alright, I just blinked and missed it. What does this elevator take us to?
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to it, kind of hoping it's on the restream.
Well, we'll see anyway. We know that this has to be Torvis. Yeah, the vines make it. Yep, Torvis Temple, alright.
It's vanilla.
Oh, you're right, it is. Echoes. Alright, well, we can do a lot here. We can basically do just about everything except Super's checks. And by extension, lower Torvis. What's down here? It's an item for sure. Light ammo tank. There is not progression in underground tunnel. What is this sorcery? Amorbus is dead. Okay, so Amorbus is completely dead. Which kind of makes sense considering we haven't gotten any keys.
So I wonder how many of those key hits we got earlier are pointing to Aegon keys.
Oops. Yeah, that's what happens when the tree falling cutscene plays before the opening of Meditation Vista cutscene. You kind of get teleported backwards a little. That is Sunburst in Meditation Vista. Question. Illiaster, I don't think went to Doomed Entry yet. I certainly did not see them go check in Cache 1. Looks like Darkszero elected to skip Sunburst, which, fair enough. I mean, Sunburst has its uses, but it's not a whole lot at this point, besides Grapple Guardian. And final bosses are disabled this seed, so...
We're not going to see it used on Emperor at all.
And I think we saw this hint already. Oh yeah, I was talking about Dark Suit. Thanks, game. Alright, let's see what's in the Plaza neighborhood today. That would be Echo Visor. Oh, jeez. Super missiles on area, anybody?
I think that would be pretty mean, but at the same time, I wouldn't put it past Echoes.
Yeah, we have a logical way through the entirety of Sanctuary at this point. Where even is that pirate? Oh, it's way down the half pipe. Yeah, the thing about dealing with pirates is you got to shoot an unguided missile right at them after you freeze them, because sometimes the missiles will just shoot off in a random direction. It's a property of the pirate cloaking device. And Darkszero does not want whatever was in Plaza. Alright, Illiaster has seen Seeker missiles. We'll be going to retrieve those. And there's Annihilator Beam, so yep, that basically confirms Spider Guardian was the way through Dynamo Works. Or through Sanctuary. To quote the Mandalorian, this is the way. Alright, so Annihilator doesn't, Annihilator does actually do us a few favors right now. It makes the rest of Dark World pretty much a breeze. It puts Incash 2 into play. It puts... eventually, we need Gravity first, but Transit Tunnel South might be on our list of places to go. No sign of Gravity yet, actually. Or actually...
It's actually, because it's like, it's not one or two locations, but they're on different sides of the world.
Oh, here's a Sky Temple, free Sky Temple key and cache. So I'm trying to think what our remaining elevators are. We've seen Sank Entrance. Let me check my list. So yeah, there's 2 elevator pairs left, and they both have to be the two Great Temple elevators. So one of the Great Temple elevators has to lead to Torvus Entrance. The other elevator has to lead to Temple Transport Amber. Honestly, those 2 elevators could be vanilla at this point, and it'd be perfectly fine. I think one of our earlier random elevator races in the tournament also had quite a number of vanilla elevators, and we were kind of questioning whether random elevators was even turned on.
It can happen. It's like if only 2 elevators were swapped, it's like it's still technically randomized.
Fair enough. Yeah, in these settings, these are two-way between areas, so the elevators can't lead to the same, like, general area. So it's not like we can have a Temple Grounds elevator lead us back to Temple Grounds, at least not in these settings. I am curious to know if we will see any GAs for one-way elevators in this tournament.
Just have with the faith, so that's like kind of mental logic. Mental logic. Then again, I don't know how many of our runners are capable of finishing from mental logic.
Or they can just, find the warp to credits elevator in like 3 minutes, like I did once. Yeah, one-way elevators are very interesting. It makes you think about room names you wouldn't normally think of, like Portal Site or all the temple access, all the temple access rooms in the game. Not temple access, controller access. Alright, Illiaster is electing to pick up the junction site energy tank. And there's Darkvisor in Great Bridge. Okay, Torvis being quite bountiful today, as it typically is in these in the tournament. I was going to say in these settings, but in these settings, clearly Sank was the play early. Well, that's one way to screw over a sleigh ride. One-way elevators could lead to pretty much anywhere. The only downside right now to one-way elevators is there is an audio issue with if the area doesn't take you to another elevator, it doesn't stop the elevator sound effect.
So is that just basically an elevator drop share on Rando?
Essentially, yeah. It's kind of like if you were to warp to a starting room that wasn't a save station.
It's like Echoes is bad enough. Why are people inventing these horrifying settings?
Oh yeah, actually, we should clarify there are two different one-way elevators. One way to another elevator, which is essentially it makes a loop, and then there's one way anywhere. The elevator setting that I have some fun with is one way anywhere. But one way to other elevators is equally interesting. All right, let's see what's in abandoned worksite here. Not abandoned worksite, Path of Roots. The super missile could be found from one from. Oh, super missiles are in Hive entrance. That's disgusting. Also, Darkszero just found gravity.
I don't think the joy of finding gravity outweighs the pain of finding out where supers are.
Well, at the very least, here's the thing. We are now basically in... Darkszero is already in go mode at this point. Because... he can check everything. He now knows where super missiles are. He's got all visors. He's got gravity, all translators, all ball upgrades. So Darkszero is effectively in go mode regardless of what the keys are. But we just need to see what the keys are. Now, unfortunately, this elevator isn't going to lead to Sanctuary, so Darkszero is going to have to do some workarounds in order to pick those up. And this elevator is not vanilla, so this leads to the Meeting Grounds elevator, which means the Torvis Gate elevator will take you to Temple Transport Amber.
This also means he's right next to the hints, though, so we could probably go grab them.
After picking up supers.
We forget that in the Dark World, it's also a supermass underground.
So yeah, it looks like the game basically expected you to spaghetti your way through Sanctuary. Well, actually, Sanctuary and Temple Grounds, because it was a case of you had to go to Hive Chamber B with bombs to get your Dark Beam, then run to... one second. You had to run to Sand Canyon to grab your Spider Ball and Boost Ball, then go to Sank Spider to pick up Light Beam and escape via Spider Guardian. So I think we can safely add +1 to Spider Guardian for this seed. We might be adding +1 to Spider Guardian anyway, because there is still a potentially a Sky Temple key in Hive Dynamo works.
Yeah, but I think the logic is in place for, yeah, you have to escape through via Spider Guardian, so...
And at almost 90 minutes in, we're going to finally see Dark Missile Trooper. We are counting Spider Guardian because of the Sank exit logic, but Spider Guardian just might be required twice over for Sky Temple keys. Whoa, Darkszero almost went into the map. Right now, Darkszero basically has the knowledge to solve the seed at this point. Darkszero knows exactly where supers are.
Go grab supers, check some things along the way in case they happen to be Sky Temple keys, and then make your way and get those hints.
Yeah, I think right now the best way for Darkszero would be to use the Aegon Quadrant elevator to take him to Sank Vault and just go dash over to the portal that way, because the Sank Spider elevator is all the way at GFMC. That'd be a bit of a walk. Darkszero did check Hive Chamber B because that had Dark Beam. You had to check it before going to Sank Spider side, otherwise you couldn't get past Dynamo access.
One of the many detour/spider-like paths you had to take at the start.
But yeah, basically once you got Light Beam and escaped through Spider Guardian, basically that's what opened up the whole rest of the game. So then it was go get Seekers. You had to go get both suits, but thankfully both suits weren't too terrible today, given where Seekers were.
Illiaster seems to be making play for our Sanctuary entrance.
Ooh, I would have liked this play if we didn't know about supers already, but at this point we know about supers already. Illiaster is also missing Dark Visors, so won't be able to check Hive entrance in a timely fashion here.
It's the right room, just the wrong version.
Illiaster proving once again that Screw Attack solves just about everything. And that other pirate deciding to join the party. Yes, Pyro, we have seen an Amorbus hint. Amorbus is dead. And we can, I think it's, there definitely wasn't a Sky Temple key in Plaza. Because at this point, that's pretty much the only thing that could be of concern to us.
I think even finding out that Umos is required would not be too bad.
Yeah, a Great Temple Main Energy Controller Sky Temple key would throw a wrench into the works for sure. Not really throw a wrench, just add to the shopping list. Yeah, so this room right here is Entrance Defense Hall, which is where the hint was pointing from. I am kind of curious to know if this is a Sky Temple key. If it is a Sky Temple key, Darkszero is going to have to make their way back here, and it doesn't look like it. Is that Sonic Boom? It is. And yeah, chat pointing out we got an interdimensional high five occurring here. And there you go, folks. Super missiles in Hive entrance. If you're one of the folks at home, you love to see it.
So who had that on their bingo card for this randomizer race?
Who had that on their bingo card for the tournament? That would be hilarious. Randomizer, Prime Echo's Rando bingo would be very interesting. I'd give it a shot.
I wonder if we can build it for next tournament.
Yeah, I've seen Ori Rando bingo, and it's pretty entertaining. One of the cards was make Wilhelm scream because there's an in-game Wilhelm scream if you knock a certain enemy off a cliff. It's not even a randomizer thing. This is in the vanilla game. So one of the cards is make Wilhelm scream.
I think I remember which enemy you're talking about.
Okay. So this elevator will take Darkszero to Torvus Gate, which is fairly close to Hintz. It's actually closer, about as close to Hintz's meeting grounds, assuming Darkszero just goes gunning straight for that area.
Yeah, you'll be able to open the Path of Eyes shortcut. Just go through that way. And there it is, right at the portal.
Okay, that was an interesting elevator glitch there. Darkszero may have been standing... Yeah, I don't know why the elevator didn't activate there. Echoes, folks.
Still a bit of synchronized elevator usage.
Oh, yeah. We had one race, I think, in two prime tourneys ago where there was perfect elevator sync. Literally frame-perfect elevator sync. The Hive temple keys are in Aegon and Sank. But we don't need those at this point. But yeah, it looks like everything else after Lightbeam was in Torvus. Well, actually, no. Aegon had a few things. Seekers in Light Suit.
Aegon had both suits.
Yeah, both suits. So yeah, it was actually an even mix between both areas when you think about it, because Torvus also had visors. And the most convenient Sky Temple key is in War Witcher Grounds. I don't think we saw the Defiled Shrine hint, so I wonder if Darkszero is just going to go ahead and quickly check that.
I think it was missile related. I think we did see it.
Okay. Well, we're going to get our hints, so let's see what the story is here. Our remaining keys are in Dark Oasis, so we need to kill Powerbomb Guardian.
Recording to logbook.
War Ritual Grounds, we know.
Recording to logbook.
Cache B, that's free.
Recording to logbook.
Torvus Energy Controller, that's free.
Recording to logbook.
Training Chamber, that's free. I think Darkzero's just stopping to write these down.
Recording to logbook.
Sacrificial Chamber, so Grapple Guardian's required. Oh, so basically full clear lower Torvus. Come on, under Transit 1, make it the trifecta. Or under Temple Access.
Recording to logbook.
Doomed Entry, that's the one of the ones Darkszero picked up. And Cache, which is the other one Darkszero picked up. Okay. So those keys are not too bad. In fact, the Battleground Inkesh is not a Sky Temple key. Dark Oasis is probably the most trolly one of all of those.
It seems to be a case of, yeah, just go to Dark Travis, get all your keys, like 1 or 2, and then just grab the other 2.
I'm surprised Darkszero didn't return the 2 keys he's already picked up. But yeah, it looks like Torvis has all of the remaining Sky Temple keys besides Dark Oasis at this point. And War Ritual Grounds, you could just make that key 9, no problem. Now, if I were checking these on Varia Suit or Dark Suit, what I would do is I would go into Morph Ball, and right as I take a death, explode the Morph Ball in the key pedestal that had the Dark Oasis hint.
It looks like a power bomb. Maybe you could trick the game into thinking you've got power bombs. You can't guard it already.
Nah, we just have to break it. Then we only need 8 Sky Temple keys. But yeah, the actual distance between all of those rooms is not particularly large. Because again, everything is basically in Torvis. Looks like Darkszero is just going to get War Ritual Grounds now. Makes sense. So Darkzero's best way to Torvis right now would be to take the Meeting Grounds elevator. That would take him to Torvis entrance. Dark Aegon, Dark Torvis, and Ing Hive have our Aegon keys. We didn't see the Aegon key in Ing Hive.
It's probably on Spider Guardian.
That is probably the Hive Dynamoworks key, yeah. Alright, Illiaster has found Torvis entrance. Will CERN learn the truth? Darkszero stopping for a second, getting pelted by bees. Illiaster's actually about to learn about super missiles, so is right next to Dark Visor too. So we'll see how Illiaster responds to this, because Echo Visor is not required this seed. Echo or Annihilator for that matter.
If we listen real close, we'll be able to hear the screams from here.
Yep. Yeah, sorry, Illiaster. You gotta go to Hive entrance once you get Dark Visor. Dark Visor is chilling in, it's chilling in Great Bridge, so Illiaster's right next to it.
We get a bit of Torvis sync here as well.
Oh, yeah. Take your pick for how you want to get up this. With how early Screw Attack's been showing up in the majority of these seeds, we've been seeing a lot of advanced in-logic trickery for getting up these, for seeing Screw Attack in use. Hopefully Illiaster has a power bomb to check Great Bridge. Oh, plenty. And instant Dark Visor. So now Illiaster has to think for a minute. It's like, do I immediately go back to Sank and pick up supers, or... but at this point, Illiaster could go right back to Sank, pick up supers, and check hints, and they would be in go mode. There's the Torvis Energy Controller key for Darkszero.
Feels like the seeds came down to just how early written came into play.
That is effectively how it played out, because Darkszero got Dark Beam before entering Sanctuary. Both runners ended up not needing Cobalt Translator for the purpose of Spider Guardian, since they both skipped Spider Guardian, which credits to both of them, because if I had the means to skip Spider Guardian, I would too. But admittedly, I'm not nearly as adept at that BSJ out of Sanct Temple access as these two are. And Chad is wondering if Darkszero might do the wall crawl in Cache B to get to Lower Torvus that way. That would certainly be a very interesting take. The only problem is Darkszero would have to go out through Catacombs to get back into Light Torvus to pick up the Gathering Hall key. Because the portal in Gathering Hall would be closed off. Under Temple would be locked. The shaft leading to Hydro Chamber storage would be blocked off because the switches aren't raised. So yeah, you would have to get out through Catacombs. That is correct, Pyro. Illiaster did not get the Doomed Entry key and has not been to Cache yet. So Illiaster is going to be scanning for 9 unique hints here after going to Sanctuary. It looks like Illiaster is going to take the GFMC elevator to go to Sanct Spider side that way. Actually, the Sanct Spider elevator is... Hold on. Sanct Spider is actually the Sacred Bridge elevator, the Sacred Path elevator. Never mind. All right, so this is the Cache B key. Let's see what Darkszero does here. Looks like Darkszero is going to walk around. But yeah, fun fact for those who do not know, so Cache B is the Dark World equivalent of the elevator to Lower Torvus, but it still technically connects to the Dark Hydro Dynamo Station. So it is possible to go out of bounds in Cache, near Cache B, and drop all the way down to where the door would normally drop out, and then just load Dark Hydro Dynamo Shaft, I think it's called, and load Hydro Dynamo Shaft near the elevator, the non-visible elevator.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I think like most of the rooms are relatively the same size and same shape, despite being like dark rooms. So it would make sense that that room is still technically a full elevator, even though you only see the top portion of it.
Yeah, it's just incredible how this works. But yeah, we basically just have to destroy everything in Dark Lower Torvus and then call it a day, pretty much.
It's because everyone loves the water levels.
Lower Torvus, I wouldn't say is the absolute worst, but it does have nice music. Although I do prefer my water levels to be blue instead of, like, sea green. See Lake Kingdom from Mario Odyssey for reference. Alright, so Illiaster is about to go get super missiles. I would say, here's the thing about with Hive entrance at this point. it's a rude spot for supers, but the path after Spider Guardian to get those items was fairly lenient by comparison. But yeah, the main difference maker for this race was that Darkszero found A, Dark Beam before going to Sank, B, the Sank Vault elevator before going towards Sank Spider.
That Illiaster is also a cool one now, so Illiaster just needs to go and get his sky temple gains.
Pretty much. Now, yeah, at this point, the best way to go about this would be to just fight Powerbomb Guardian from here. You're going to have to come out this way anyway. I think my favorite rendition of I guess Red Bridstar is what we call it in the series. I would say my favorite rendition is Samus Returns.
Would that be the remake or the original?
The remake. Because I think the original was Return of Samus. So yeah, in summary for this seed, spiderweb your way through Sanctuary, quite literally, to pick up Light Beam and Sank Energy Controller, but must get out through Spider Guardian. Then you're basically free to explore the rest of the world at your leisure. I just realized when my summary basically just described Sherlock Holmes there. I did like the new I did like the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies. We basically had to go Sherlock Holmes in order to figure this seed out.
Yeah, my partner's a huge fan of like that type of investigative work.
And yeah, as Bash would say, in summary, discombobulate. Which is exactly what happened to Powerbomb Guardian. Could you imagine if we called a race in the style of the Sherlock Holmes slow motion sequences?
All we have to do is secretly record ourselves talking over the race and then just play that really fast and then show the actual race on top of that.
Now, Darkszero did not pick up Sunburst, so has to do this the intended way. But the intended way is still pretty fast, too.
Scan to reveal his eye and then just jump around the back and shotgun him on the back.
That basically is how you do it, although this lags a lot on Dolphin. Luckily, Echo Visor would be a great way to mitigate the lag in this sequence, especially when you break off Grapple Guardian's tail.
Dolphin does not like a lot of sparkles.
Sparkles and distortion effects are what really give Dolphin a hard time. So yeah, right now, Darkszero, that's key number 7 for Darkszero. So the last two are Dark Oasis and Under Temple. No, he got Under Temple access. Dark Oasis and he got War Ritual Grounds. Give me a second here. Oh, Training Chamber.
It has to be in Lord Jarvis, so seriously.
Yeah. Alright, so Illiaster is getting the other 8 key hints now. Just as Darkszero is almost about to get his key 8. And yeah, by the way, that's not really a gate. You could pretty much just fall through it many different ways, including just dropping it with Morph Ball.
Because echoes?
Yep, because echoes. Because GameCube echoes, specifically.
I'm guessing they fixed that in the trilogy.
I don't know if they fixed that particular glitch in Trilogy, but they did patch out a lot of mostly standable terrain in later versions. Excuse me a moment. Alright, so Darkszero got key 8. Best to, yeah, actually, what's the fastest way to Aegon from this point? It'd probably be actually to take the elevator. But I guess Darkszero is just gonna do, actually, wait, one of these leads to Sand Canyon, so never mind.
Yeah, one of these takes to the ventilation area, so that would have been more sense because it's right next to Dark Oasis.
Exactly, yeah, that's actually pretty smart.
Is it technically Sambalizate, or is it unknown?
No, this elevator takes you to Sand Canyon.
Oh yeah, it's actually in the Great Temple. I for some reason thought it was on Temple Grounds.
Yeah, no, random elevators can just throw you for a loop. It certainly threw me for a loop in my race versus Alp on Sunday. I did enjoy that race, though. Would play those settings again, hands down.
Your random elevators definitely makes it more fun if you're looking for something to, like, almost like a brain trainer.
A case in point today. The thing about random elevators is you really do have to just be thorough with your checks, because we saw what happens if you try to go to Sank without Dark Beam, or if you don't complete your Sand Canyon checks. So the game really did expect you to finish everything you needed to do before going to Sank.
And my issue with echoes in general is just understanding, like, at what point does this become a soft lock? It's like, did it expect you to have the items before going down this path, or does it expect you to find items on this path?
Exactly. And if it's early game, you don't have a lot of hints to back you up. You got to do some thinking. Alright, so Illiaster's now going to be making getting the lower Torvus treasure trove here. And Darkszero is going to be grabbing Dark Oasis. I don't know why, but for some reason, because I was looking at Illiaster, I thought Darkszero was checking Poison Bog. And now it's just another save warp to start here. Because the Temple Transport Emerald Elevator will take Darkszero to the Aegon side. And after that, it's just a walk-through landing site. And at this point, yeah, that is the fastest way to go. Because the other Aegon elevators don't take you anywhere near Temple grounds. Except the Vent Area A1. But that just takes you to Great Temple. So yeah, Darkszero might just manage to sub 2 hour this. It's a bit of a walk, but with final bosses turned off, this should, it's only a few more minutes.
Similar to what we said earlier, is like the starting logic of the seed made it seem like this was going to take forever, and it's actually relatively quick seed.
Yeah, this is another case where it could have been a whole lot worse. I mean, Dark Oasis was still required, but that was it. Like, we didn't need to... We had to kill Grapple Guardian, but Grapple Guardian's easy. Annihilator wasn't required. Echo Visor wasn't required. Gravity Boost could have been skipped, question mark? Yeah, it could have been skipped. Not happily, but it could have been skipped. Yeah, no
for bosses either.
No major bosses. Yeah, Morbus was confirmed dead. Chica has the Validator. Quad is dead. We didn't get a Umos 2 hint at all, actually. It's probably behind one of the lower Torvus hints at this point. Which is funny because normally the lower Torvus hints are the ultimate bailout hints as of late. Not the case today.
I think remember we saw that in the last race we called on Saturday. It was like, yep, lower Torvus had all the information.
And Darkszero has won this race and finishes with an official race time GG time of 1:58.18. GG, well played by both runners.
Yeah, GG indeed. What I like is there was actually a conversation that happened an hour and 20 minutes and that I missed in the race time about Darkszero thinking that this was an adventure.
To be fair, the first hour pretty much was. Oh, I'm actually hearing the, if I'm not mistaken, there was a red key in the Under Temple wall, based on the audio cue. That's probably one of the 3 Aegon keys, because Dark Torvus was one of the spots, so that's probably one of the Aegon keys on the wall. And
I'm going to take your word for it, because I'm not in tune to audio cues.
And it looks like Illiaster has chosen to forfeit this race, and so the race is concluded. We will hopefully get both of our runners in here for an interview soon. If the bot has not sent them the invite, we can handle that on this end.
I'll definitely be interested to get their thoughts on this seed.
Now And we do have Darkszero in the Twitch chat asking, what was this? It was a random elevator seed that technically had a required Spider Guardian to get out of Sanctuary.
We never asked the actual important question of who rolled this seed.
I did not roll it. I actually haven't rolled any of the 20 seeds this time around. And we are joined in the booth by Illiaster. Illiaster, GG to you.
Yeah, GG.
GG's.
So, yeah, that was definitely an interesting one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we finally pieced together all the logic, and yeah, it was quite a roller coaster until we figured out what the story was with Lightbeam.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I saw Light Beam and then took a minute to get back out of the Sank Temple area.
Well, actually, you both did the BSJ or slope jump screw attack to get out of Sank Temple access. Neither of you went to Spider Guardian, even though that is what the seed expected you to do.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I would have done Spider Guardian if I could.
Yeah, because at the time,
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say at the time, Darkszero did not pick up Boost Ball because Darkszero didn't completely clear out Aegon. Darkszero just picked up Spider Ball and went back in, and then read the Sank Energy Controller hint, which pointed to Sand Canyon for Boost Ball. Well, not specifically to Sand Canyon, but it pointed to Boost Ball and Aegon. The logic was expecting you to go to the Aegon Quadrant elevator, which would take you to Sank Vault. With Spider Ball and Power Bombs in tow, you could pick up Cobalt Translator, and you also had to pick up Boost Ball in Sand Canyon while you were getting Spider Ball. Once you did that, you can escape Sank Energy Controller via Spider Guardian. So that's what the logic was expecting you to do in order to escape with Light Beam and then basically have access to the rest of the game.
Yeah. Wow.
So what did you both think about that Supers hint?
I kind of saw it coming. I don't know. It's just I had a feeling it would be like there because of Sank. I don't know. Sank entrance wasn't like that, and then I got the hint that Hive, with the entrance defense hall, like it was one room away from there, and then immediately picked up Dark Visor right after that. I was like, okay, yeah, the game wants me to beeline over to the Hive entrance.
I'm glad I found that hint because at the moment after I found Echo Visor, I saw the quadrant logic. Will this be the famous Super Energy Controller? I would have done the annihilator checks in Sync and then went to Twad, for example, if I didn't get the hint.
I think if I didn't soft lock it and or die at the beginning as much, I would have. But that's just a personal like thing to work for next time, I guess.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's just an unfortunate property of random elevators is that you never really can tell whether you need to absolutely clear everything out before going. Because yeah, the seed was expecting you to dip Hive Chamber B without Dark Missile Trooper to get Dark Beam before going to Sand Canyon. But yeah, kudos to both of you for skipping Spider Guardian, because we could totally understand both of you not wanting to fight that.
If you see, before I went to the Energy Controller, I was checking my map and everything because I was like, I didn't like see what else I could have. And I saw a hint for light beam there. I was like, wait, light beam? And how I lived afterwards. But then I didn't know what to do, so I went there. Whatever it is.
Yeah, the suits were.
Canyon.
Yeah. Also, how about the amber hints today? Were those just garbage or what? A suit can be found in Aegon, in the room that literally the suit is in.
Both hints were of the same. The energy control. I think the energy controller one was for Agon was also suit related. Or it was I forgot which one it was. But they're
The
both-
portal terminal hint referred to the Bomb Guardian dark suit, while the Mining Station B hint referred to the light suit in Mining Station B.
That was the one I was forgetting.
I don't know why.
I barely remember the Amber hints. I think I saw one for. No, there was one hint for Seekers. I knew that. But
That
other
was-
than that, I think
Yeah, I
it's
want to.
Cobalt.
Yeah, it was a Cobalt hint.
I try to keep my. Try to keep my cannonball for as long as possible. But,
You did show two potential uses. One, you were going to check Plane of Dark Warship, even though it was junk, and also to enlighten us that Metroid's greatest weakness are doors.
that was great.
I'm trying to just think of anything else in particular. Illiaster, thank you for enlightening me to the fact that Boost Ball does work on Bomb Guardian.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. I was like, I happened to, I was trying to boost into it initially to get the power bomb off, but it did like a bunch of damage, and I was like, oh, okay. So I just kind of sat there, boosting it down to half health, and then trying getting a cycle off regularly.
Yeah, I mean that it was very enlightening for me because now if I know if I'm 1 HP short, I can just boost into Bomb Guardian. The only way we were kind of deciphering the early logic, and we thought the only way Spider Guardian could not have been required is if Phazon Grounds had Annihilator Beam, because before Sanctuary, before Cobalt, we realized, wait a minute, they have Screw Attack, Dark Beam, and a way to the Sacred Path Elevator via Sank Spider side. So technically, we were thinking if Annihilator Beam could be in Phazon Grounds, and that could be your way back from the Dark World, and you can effectively, it would be safer to pick up Light Beam in the Energy Controller because you can just go to Watch Station that way. Not the case, unfortunately.
Yeah, I never found Annihilator.
It was on Forgotten Bridge. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The way I was routing things, I went through like the cache B to get my SDK, and like I would have loved to know how to walk around to go Dark Tarvis from there.
Yeah, we were talking about it in chat as well. They that is something they were looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, but like I didn't even do the walk crawl out of the via the finger. I'm very rusty with walk crawls. I'm pretty sure I would soft talk myself and not worse save time.
Fair enough.
Sorry,
Yeah,
don't hit
I'm
me.
not confident in using out of bounds in tournament settings yet.
Same. I can't do out of bounds to save my life yet. I'm right there with you. But with that said, is there anything else you two would like to say about the sea before we close out for this afternoon?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was very fun. Except it was rude with all this cache with keys.
Yeah, we thought Spider Guardian might be required anyway for the Hive Dynamo Works key, but that turned out to be an Aegon key because of a hint, because of the
yeah,
Aegon
I
key.
didn't recall the hints afterward. I just like double check my SDKs because I've copied one or two times, and I was like, wait, there's no Hive Dynamo somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, there were a lot of key bearers containing keys. Battleground had a key, which I also think was another Aegon key. The other Aegon key was in Under Temple, we think, on the wall. And yeah, the only key that was actually relevant was Dark Oasis today. Of course, the worst one. All right. With that said, I think that is going to close out our race today. Once again, actually, I think this is the first chance we've had to say this all day. If you have not already, please follow our runners as they have put on an amazing show for you here this afternoon, keeping through this roller coaster ride of a logic train just to get out of Sanctuary. We actually have another race coming up later this evening. Actually, a bit of a short notice one. We have just been informed that Mighty Caesar versus Darkszero will take place at 6 p.m. The channel hasn't been determined just yet, but stay tuned to the Prime 2 Randomizer schedule. We will keep you updated. And we also want to shout out to Pyro Paper Planes, our tracker, for doing a lovely job keeping track of everything and knowing who has what, especially with the early start and all the insane spider webbing through Sanctuary. And Thoris, thank you for joining me up here in the booth today.
Thank you as well, Captain, for joining me.
All right, with that said, we thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next mission.
Bye, everybody.